What's up, everyone? Tom Hayden here. I'm here for the week 6 recap show of the Champions Path Draft League. We got the usual suspect, Jaxs, on with us today, giving us his awesome knowledge. And Jaxs, say what's up to the people.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Yes,
Ready to get this baby underway.
I'm fucking excited for this one. So me and Jaxs were actually talking pre-stream, and before we get into the matches, we have a lot of blowouts. And Jaxs, you said something very poignant, and I agree with before. So do you want to just talk about that real quick before we get into it?
I just feel like if you look at the way the season has gone, the first 3 weeks there were a lot of, you know, very close 2-1 victories, games going to game threes, being decided like right at the end. You don't know which way people are going. And then after that, after like week 4, stuff like that, people are all of a sudden, all the
2-0.
matches except for
2-0.
like one or two tough matches each week are going 2-0,
It's
and
nuts.
people are just getting steamrolled.
It's nuts.
You're getting a lot of teams where they have a certain Pokemon on their teams just picking up massive amounts of KOs
Mm-hmm.
each week, and I feel like that's a product of people finding the direction that they want to go with their teams. Um, whereas in the beginning people were kind of
Figure it out.
they know they drafted a good team, but they're kind of feeling stuff out.
Yep.
And at the same time, people are prepping, knowing the direction that people are going with their teams, and they can counter and they can bring something
Mm-hmm.
that they know if somebody's going to bring this thing that they usually like to bring, it's going to work, and then they can do work with it. And that's kind of manufacturing itself into a lot of just straight 2-0 victories where shit's getting thrown at a wall. Not shit's getting thrown at a wall. People are actually making a concerted effort to have a certain way of thinking, and it's coming out and putting people on top.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree more, and that's why I wanted to start the show with that. And I love that you brought that up. I was like, dude, that actually makes so much sense. And I asked why, and then you answered immediately with that. So I was like, all right, let's start the show with that, strong little analysis right there. And let's get into our first match of the week, which was Angelo versus Jade. I actually got to watch this one while I was at work. Got my notes right here. But yeah, it was Indeedee and Salamanca versus the Togi and the Gothitelle. And both coaches Dynamax turn one. I thought the Quake to raise the special D was good from Jade, but Angelo was able to take speed with the Airstream. The crit expanding force was super lucky for Angelo, too. And then turn 2 was a good max guard by Jade, I thought. Turn 3 was an obvious follow me, and which allowed the Ments to KO the Gothitelle, but what's it called? Toga is +2 speed, and neither side has Dynamax now. So I thought that was a really good turn for Angelo, the way he positioned himself. And Toga, got the crit through the Roselli Berry. And I wrote literally in my notes, Kiss is just so strong. And then that was really the end of game 1. It was Exca Giga versus Rhyperior and a low health Corviknight. But Angelo was able to get the KOs, and Corviknight was the writing on the wall for game 1. Jade got so unlucky too with 2 crits and a flinch that didn't really matter, but it's still demoralizing to get that flinch. And then Angelo was so happy that Jade led Indeedee hat, which you never want to, like, when your opponent's celebrating your lead, that's never a good start for you in game 2, you know? But Sludge Wave and, Dazzling Gleam and Sludge Wave was able to get the KO onto Hatterene, and it was over from there. And, yeah, Angelo went over his team after, which I appreciated. So if you missed this, go watch it on Angelo Hunter's stream. He is a great streamer, great person, and he's very good at Pokemon. He's actually playing Joe UX9 soon, so he's going to ping everyone in the Champions Path Draft League Discord. If you're not in the Discord and you're watching this, message me somehow, get in that Discord, and you'll get a ping. But yeah, it was really over from there. Even with the Excadrill Giggle, Gigalith and Excadrill is so strong too. But there was not much Jade could do from there. I thought Angelo really was able to clutch it up right from the turn 1 when Hatterene went down. Because then Rhyperior comes in out of Trick Room, but what is Rhyperior going to do out of Trick Room, really? So, Jax, what do you got on this one? I've been talking a lot.
Well, I agree. Like, he was super excited. That's the game too, which
Yeah,
was I thought
so
was
excited.
absolutely hilarious. He was like
Yep.
fist pumping and everything like that because he had prepped specifically for that lead and calced specifically for that lead, so he knew the Sludge Wave plus the Weakness Policy proc would take it out.
Yep.
The big part to me about that was the entirety of Game 1, because of the way that he positioned his Pokemon and the way that Jade had to attack his Pokemon, he completely concealed the Weakness Policy on the Togekiss,
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't
which
even.
I think is the reason that Jade came
He
in
kept on. Pop, pop, pop.
and led that game too, because he had no idea about the weakness policy on the Togekiss, because the Togekiss got taken down in Game 1 when that weakness policy would have been procced, because it was
That's such
already
a good
damaged and then
point.
it got taken out with a human. So Jade came into it thinking he had things going a certain way, but he had never seen the tech that Angelo was trying to bring out. So when he brought it out and he knew he had prepped for that, it was huge for him in his head. And I love the fact that he was going nuts for it, because
I
when it
loved watching
actually
this one.
happened and you didn't see a protect or anything like that going on, and he knew he had it, it was crazy. Even I was going like, oh my god, he pulled it off! I
Yep,
can't believe he pulled it off.
yep, yep.
Um,
Jade's one of
and
my
yeah,
favorite people in this league too, so
if
it sucks
Jade
seeing him
had
get too old.
right, and if Jade had done what he did against me the week before and had, I had slightly faster Rhyperior and um the specs, not the TR, but the specs Hatterene, stuff like that. I still don't think it would have mattered. I mean,
Yeah,
because the way that he
yeah,
had calced everything, no matter what, the Rhyperior was probably going to be slower than
everything. I
than
agree.
uh than the Togekiss, because I don't know how fast this Togekiss was. But yeah, I got to agree with that. That first turn of the second game, it was pretty much over. I think Jade was just going through the motions after that.
Yeah, yeah,
You know? But the game one was, I mean, the crit there was rather unfortunate for Jade. He had a lot of bad hacks, I guess you could say, um, go on. But all in all, I think Angelo came out with a really solid
game plan.
prep and a really solid idea
Hmm.
of what he wanted to do and everything, and it worked out. Especially that game two, it worked out well for
Game two, he was giddy. He was so ecstatic, and I loved every second of it watching it. Like, as a fan of a streamer, you want to see people get excited like that. You want to see the energy and the excitement. It sucks that Jade got 2-0'd, but it's, great for Angelo that he's got a 2-0 victory. He had our kill. So he was tied for one of our kill leaders with Togekiss having 5 KOs, too. The Gigalith
him.
Excadrill combo just is such a big shutdown to Rhyperior if it outspeeds it, too. So there was just a lot of stuff going well for Angelo that wasn't going well for Jade. And do we got anything else to say on this one before we move on?
No, I'm good.
Done and done. So we're actually moving into my favorite match of the week. Oh, I missed up the orders. So I didn't see this match. This one happened last night. I actually just updated it. The next one after this is my favorite match of the week. I labeled that one game two because this one hadn't happened yet. So, Jax, did you happen to see this one? Was it streamed on Bum Trash Garbage at Smurf?
I don't know if it was streamed. I didn't see it if it
It
was streamed.
happened late last night. I was actually streaming, playing Unite and playing Rank Ladder, having a blast with Koji and Pops and some of the boys from here. So it was a lot of fun last night, and that's why I wasn't as prepped on this one. So you know what? Let me go to the report match stats and let's look at the match
Yeah,
stats.
I'm pretty sure Smurf is still moving, so I don't think he has internet. And
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Alpaca actually streamed this.
No, I know Alpaca said he couldn't, and then actually now I'm remembering
Yeah,
Smurf is moving, so he couldn't stream it either. So this was one of the
yeah.
matches that was not
This
streamed.
was on stream.
And so for the team sheet, we have Cinderace, who had 4 kills, which is tied for second. Whimsicott with 2 KOs, Dragonite and Thwacky with 1 each. And that was for Big Three side Smurf. And for Alpaca side, Whimsicott and Mamoswine each had a KO. And Duraludon had 2. So I actually love Alpaca's team composition. He wasn't able to get the victory today, but the Cinderace is putting in work this season on Katie's team, on Smurf's team. Cinderace is a Pokemon that's moving up in my draft board next season after seeing how these coaches are using it. Do we got anything else on this one before we move on to?
I mean, last year or last season, I had Cinderace,
Yes,
and it
total.
was my kill leader. It was actually probably like fourth in
Total.
the whole league
Yeah, I believe it
as kill
was.
leader. And I know for a fact that mon in this draft setting is absolutely amazing. That mon can do so much. It can support, can attack, can change its speed. It's super fast if it wants to be. Change its typing. It does so much. It's not a surprise to me at all that it does work every week
Yeah.
in this league. Um, it was a really nice win for Smurf.
Yes.
I feel like Alpaca's team was rated really high in the preseason, and every week we all recognize that at least on paper it's well put together and it should be one of the top teams. But I think it might be time for a change for him. It's just I don't know if it's the way that he plays maybe, or if it's just the people that are going against him prep for it right. But it's something's not working out for him,
I
you
love his
know.
team comp
And
too. You bring up a great point. I absolutely love his team composition. I
yeah, I
can't say
think
that
a
enough.
lot of people did. A lot of people were worried about the way that the mons that are put together and everything like that. It's just for some reason, some way, it's just not working out. And I've had that,
Yeah. I experienced that last season.
myself sometimes. So I think getting out. I think this is the last week that you can make trades in. The last full week that you
Wednesday.
can make trades in.
So I might do an impromptu trade deadline stream if we get a bunch of trades. I might just go live and start talking about the trades that are happening.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so we might get. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it. I asked Haney and Fox if they thought there were going to be a lot of trades and if they wanted to come on. So, Jax, would you want to do that if you're available around midnight on Wednesday? I didn't ask you before that, but I think I'm just going to impromptu go live around 11 o'clock, go over all the trades that
Around
happened.
midnight on Wednesday this week.
Yeah, that's a trade deadline.
Yeah, if I'm not still working.
Done and done. So I'm probably going to go live around 11. We might have Jax joining us. We might have Haney or Fox joining us if they're not around. If they're not busy. So anyone else that wants to hop on talk about trades, let me know. We could do that live show, and that'll be a fun little stream. So then I'll be streaming every night this week. It seems like, but all right. So let's go on to the next game. I got to say, this was shout out to both these coaches for being great people. Bum Trash Garbage, Smurf is hysterical on Twitter. Alpaca's so kind on Twitter too. Like these are two of my Twitter friends too. I love both these coaches, man. Shout out both of them. And now we're on to my favorite game of the week: Yama versus Fox. Guys, I didn't see Berserker coming. Both coaches decided to Dynamax game one, turn one, and it was Fox and his Lapras versus Berserker. I mean, yeah, Yama and the Berserker. They both led their electric types next to it, Alecki and Pikachu. The Lapras Pika has been one of Fox's favorite leads all year. The Alecki just puts pressure on Lapras. And yeah, the both turn one Dynamax. Yama set the light screen instead of going for an attacking move. Fox also set his screens with Resonance, but it's just crazy how both coaches prioritized screens this week and how they really needed to survive all the hits they took. And then turn two, I felt bad. Yama forgot about Lightning Rod. He used Volt Switch and just completely forgot about Lightning Rod. And that's when Fox took out the Alecki. But then Berserker took out the Pikachu. And what's it called? Then what activated something came in and activated Berserker's weakness policy too, which I did not see coming at all. And then a geyser in the rain did nothing to Feeney. I was shocked that Rillaboom couldn't actually survive the didn't die from the +2 steel spike from Berserker. And then this was the first Hydro Pump miss of the game too. The Hydro Pump miss was just a kick in the dick for Fox at this point. Because if he got the Hydro Pump miss, he could have. I mean, if he got the Hydro Pump to hit, he could have done some damage to Berserker before Baton passed after it got a +2 boosts from Steel Spike and the weakness policy boost. So it's plus special attack, plus defense, plus attack. Baton passes into Terrakion, which ended up not mattering too much. And but Yama was just able to take the game one victory because Feeney was such a tank. It could dish out the damage while also giving great damage back to the Lapras. And game two, what's it called? We see the coaching into the Max Berserker from what was coaching it? I forget. Oh, the Terrakion was coaching it, which was a naturally fast Pokemon, and he has Focus Sash Terrakion, so he can guarantee he survives that as long as Fox doesn't double up. So it was just nuts. And we see Fox Dynamax again with the Rillaboom. But after the coaching boost, the drum solo did nothing to Berserker, man. It was kind of nuts. I couldn't believe how, what's it called? How little the drum solo did. And then we also had the second Hydro Pump miss. That was huge. And it was too late for Clef to be able to help with anything. Yama was able to take the 2-0 victory against Fox, one of the better competitors, one of the better people in this league, and it's just like freaking crazy, man, how this game, most of the people in the predictions picked Fox. Almost everyone picked Fox. Fox would have been the favorite on paper going in. And Yama was able to prove everyone wrong with a great game, put on a great show, and you can watch this on both their channels at Fox Gopher and at Yamagoo, which I highly recommend you doing. This was by far my favorite game of the week, and we might have a spoiler. We might have a Pokemon of the week in this match. So Jax, I've been talking a lot. What do you got on this one?
Uh, I love this match too. Wasn't really my favorite match of the week, but it had my favorite tech of the week for sure. I mean, come on, Berserker
Yep.
with baton pass and weakness policy. Like, bro, who thinks of this? I love it. I
I
mean,
love it. I love
I
it.
I, I checked out Fox's team and gave him like just some opinions before his match actually happened earlier that day. And I was thinking about Berserker, but I wasn't thinking about Berserker in the way that he used it, which was
No one was.
like really, really cool. Um, the I'm surprised kind of that he didn't bring the Scorch because I think that Scorch would have
Done.
dealt with the Berserker a lot easier than Rillaboom possibly.
Over
But
time.
at the same time, I mean, with a Scorch out there in Terrakion, it's going to make you think twice about bringing that, being 4 times weak to rock. You know, but I love the cheeky gameplay that he used,
It was so much
doing
fun to
the
watch.
coaching and everything into a max berserker. Once you get just the one plus a steel spike, um, one coaching plus a steel spike to get him +2 at that point, not much is taking him down because everything that he had to hit him
Was
to hit
physical.
that berserker super effectively at that point was physical.
And if you hit it for super
So
effective, you activate the weakness policy, which you know about at that point.
exactly. But even if if he's trying to take it out, he's not worried about the weakness policy. He just wants to try to like crit super effective move it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you don't, after one turn it's got +2. After 2 turns, it's +4 in defense. Nothing's gonna hurt that thing. Not nearly. It's gonna tickle for the cat, you know. So I thought that was the best tech that was brought out of the entire week. I loved it. Yama played really well, especially game 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Hydro Pump misses, they suck. That's plus you got 2 of them. That's not good either. I know all about missing and getting to cost games this year and stuff like that.
Your
But
game was
like
nuts.
I said, when it happened to me, I mean that's my fault for using a move that's not 100% effective. I'm sure that's what Fox kind of feels the same way ish.
Mm-hmm.
Hydro Pump's only 85%.
It's gonna happen.
That's a big percentage in this game. I think somebody said if it's not 100%, it's 50% in the game of Pokemon, and I kind of agree with it.
I actually love that. I love that actually.
So,
That's
um,
amazing.
but yeah, congrats to Yama. That was a great win over a really tough opponent. I think everybody was surprised Fox did not bounce back after the Bananas loss. Now he's on a 2-game skid, and
He's
in this
seeing me
league,
next. He's seeing
you're
me next.
week after week, you're getting tough opponent after tough opponent after tough opponent. So I'm excited to see if he can stop it because you
So
don't want to go into the playoffs on some bad momentum or bad juju. That's
so
not good. You want to go trending upwards.
Jax, you brought up a
So
great point because me and Fox are both on a 2-game losing streak coming into our match. One of us is gonna break that streak and one of us is gonna keep that streak going. There's no
oh
way.
yeah, you guys play each other, don't you?
Yeah, me and Fox play. And we're both on that 2-game losing streak. So this is huge for me and him, and I can't wait to see who wins that game. I hope it's me.
Uh,
I really do. But yeah, he's got a tough team, and Yama and Bananas, what's it called? Giving me the recipes, so I got to check their game tape again. But yeah, this was a great one. I had so much fun watching this, and yeah, I love seeing the chat pop off. Katie, Andrew, Pops, thank you guys. I appreciate all y'all. And let's get into the next one, which is actually Pops' game. So, Jax, do you want to take the lead on this one? I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, this game was pretty one-sided for the most part, at least when I was watching it. Um, Pops caught a huge break, and Proto caught a huge not break in the first game
Oh yeah.
with the huge self miss on the weakness policy proc
Oh,
on his Max Sylveon because he used Steel Wing, and Steel Wing is like only like
70.
75-80%
It's
accurate.
70.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that turned out to be a absolutely critically huge miss
Yeah.
for what Proto was trying to do.
Yeah.
It said game one tilted me so hard I didn't even want to play game two, and that'll happen.
Ah, no, Proto.
That'll
I'm sorry.
definitely happen. You know, the speed swap tech was pretty cool. I had the Raichu last year, and I love being able to do that. Um, in game two, Pop speed swapped his own Regirock Pokemon to
Yep.
make it from the slowest thing to the fastest thing,
I hate
so that
Regirock.
he could outspeed after the dastardly wrong way ally switch that Proto used, ally switching Pokemon and stuff, to try to basically avoid getting his Heatran KO'd by the Rock, and then try to take out the Regirock with his own Heatran. But unfortunately, after the speed swap, it didn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, God, I hate Regirock. I can't say that enough.
I love Regirock. It can be answered. You just got to know how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you played a special attacking Colossal in your game against him,
You're
I think you
convinced
would
I.
have been able to handle that.
Yeah, I hate the shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah,
Ah!
you
And, dude,
know,
we see Stelly's such a special
and at
tank.
the same
Regirock's.
point too, if Proto would have ally switched again, if he would have been that dirty of a player to where he ally switched 2 turns in a row, he would have ended up taking out the Rock at that point
Yeah.
because the Rock would have just hit hit the mime, who didn't have TR on it, which was really kind of confusing. Because I don't know, unless he just didn't use TR, but why would you not use TR all of that game one? That was kind of confusing because that's
If he had used game
how
one, he would
Pops
have.
got the upper hand.
Yeah. He wouldn't.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a pretty cool game. I liked it. Once Pops found out that he wasn't going to TR in game one, he started to play a little bit loose, and that almost cost him. Once again, if it
Hmm.
wasn't for that Crobat missing, gotta take Koji's advice and boot him off the gang. He's off the team. You know what I mean? But
Get him out of here.
yeah, yeah, it's time to have him pound salt right there. But yeah,
It,
the end of the game. I mean, it was Pops was being a little cute with like preserving the rock, even though it was going to be faster anyway for the win, just because Proto Ally switched. I thought that was funny. But yeah, this was a good game, solid win by Pops. And game two, really, you could see
yeah.
what he wanted to do and what he had prepped to come out to do, and it worked out flawlessly once again. So yeah, good win.
And that's Pokemon, man. It's all a roll of the dice. I love that saying though you brought up in the last game, and it applies here. That if it's not 100%, it's 50%. Man, that's so true, and we see that again here, and that's probably going to be a theme going forward for the rest of the recap show. Now that it's in my repertoire, so that's awesome. If you treat your moms with love and care, they'll always never disappoint you. All right, KD, I love that. I love that. And on to the next game, which was another one that wasn't streamed. So let me pull up the match stats. That's what I was just scrolling to do, and then I forgot what I was doing. All right. So this one was not streamed. Antiverse Matt, and
Yeah,
in
but we all know Anti's ass, so
actually Matt has a matchup advantage looking at it. Actually, no. So we got Gigas with 1 kill, Polt with 3 kills, Alakazam with 1 kill, and we see Garchomp and Urshifu on Matt's team with 1 kill each. So Anti was able to take the 2-0 victory on the back of Polt, Gigas, and Alakazam. It looks like there was probably some self KOs or something because there weren't a lot of KOs in this one. There were only 5 KOs for the winning team in a 2-0 victory. But yeah, holy moly, man. Anti's team is good, man. The Alakazam skill swap Gigas is no joke. Having the Polt there is for Alakazam there for speed. And then he also has Indeedee Male with the Alakazam too. So like he has some combos I'm looking at. The Gigas Weezing and then Clefable just for redirection too. The six he brought are hard to stop. So like yeah, Urshifu and Garchomp, Thundurus, Durant, Gothitelle, they're so strong, but the composition and the synergy isn't there for Matt as much as it is with the Anti. And that's what I'm just seeing from looking at the six because we didn't see this game. So, Jax, you got anything else for this one other than Anti's ass?
No, not really. That's about
All right. So,
it. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised he didn't bring the sun part of it, the Venu and the prankster Liepard that he traded for, because that would have given Matt a lot of problems. But I mean, I can't hate on the fact that he brought what he brought. He won. So
see, I would be worried about that into a Crobat and a Thundurus, though. You know, I would be worried about some airstreams because Vini's not the biggest tank. So I could see why he went the direction with Alakazam and DD Male because I got to look up which Urshifu because if that's not the dark type, then he has no psychic resist and he could just spam, expanding forces in his ass. But yeah, on to the next match, which was also a quick one, and I think came down to me not prepping well. I don't think I prepped well for this one. I don't think I did. I think I just was all over the place. I was asking everyone's opinion. I was getting way too many opinions, and I didn't have a solid game plan going. I needed Protect. I needed Will-O-Wisp and Haze over Taunt and Strange Tree. I messed around with my team so much to the point I forgot what I was doing, and I was like, oh, let me restart. And then my restart, I didn't use the moves I wanted to use really. And Behaney was able to take advantage. Him and Koji went crazy with prep this one. So me and Andrew were talking shit about Koji and what's it called? Koji and Behaney. So we'll get to Andrew and Koji's game too. Similar, similar result, but no, what's it called? Koji and Behaney are prep partners. So that's why I was like, I knew I was prepping with Andrew this week, and it was like, you know what, let's. And then I had advice from Jade, I had advice from Ed. I had so much advice this week, and I appreciate each and every one of you, but I need to make a solid plan myself instead of asking everyone's opinion of everything. Because I was too indecisive, and it ended up being my downfall. I feel like because I feel like I had the matchup advantage even though I have Cole, he has Blastoise. You look at that on paper, you think the team with Blastoise has the matchup advantage. I loved the I I loved my plans going in, and I thought I could have stopped him if I had prepped better. If I had just came up with one solid plan instead of trying to do 4 or 5 solid plans, and that's what happens sometimes. And Behaney crushed it with Mudsdale, crushed it with Gudra, crushed it with Registeel. The Mudsdale got 4 kills in our match. That horse went nuts. And once it got, so game two, the story for me was Outrage not picking its target. Because I feel like game one, if Outrage had hit, it would have been a little different, but I probably still would have lost. Game two, I don't know about the matchup advantage. I love that, Behaney. You should never think someone has a matchup advantage. See, I think I do because I'm a little crazy, you know? But everyone else thinks you do, which is probably the same thing. So I love that Behaney. Like he is a madman in prep. He is so good at this game. He's such a good person too. I can't emphasize that enough. So shout out Behaney for the great match. But yeah, he went off with the Mudsdale. And again, if I was able to target Outrage, I think it could have been a little bit different. But I could hit Steel with Outrage like 3 or 4 times. Every time I hit Outrage, I wanted to hit the thing next to Registeel, and I hit the Registeel, which stunk. And it was just the body presses on Latias. No, Andrew, you don't need to do better in practice. I need to stop listening to everyone. I need to come up with my plan because I was listening to there were too many cooks in the kitchen. That's a common phrase. So Behaney's awesome, man. And what's it called? I really enjoyed this match. I really hope I see Behaney in the playoffs if we both make it. Because I'm trying to make the playoffs. I'm trying to get this rematch and I'm trying to win it all if I make the playoffs, man. Yeah, so you did have 3 defense boosts at that point. So Outrage wasn't going to do anything anyway. So yeah, you know what? Sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. So yeah, he's doing the damage calcs after too, because he's like, you know what? Would that have KO'd me? Was I susceptible to that? Because he's awesome and he wants to get all his ducks in a row, and he's very good at this game. So anyone that has Behaney on the schedule, watch the fuck out because he is good. And Jack, you got anything to say before we move on to the next one?
unfortunately not. I didn't get to see this one because it was moved.
Yeah, we moved it up because of the
in
hurricane.
the time because of the storm and stuff like that. So I didn't get to watch this one. But GG's on behind for the win. Uh, when I looked at the match stats, I was like, oh, there we go. A horse goes wild again. Horses in this game are broken. That's just the way it is.
The horses are. Yeah, bring the umbrella because the storm is coming. So Behaney is the storm. Behaney and his Pidgeot are bringing the storm. But
Yeah, he is the storm. Behaney is the storm.
yeah, instead of Hurricane Henri, it's Hurricane Behaney. All right, on to the next match, which was not streamed. We have Fruity versus Snom. Let me pull up the match stats real quick again. I got another message on Discord that distracted me for a second. Port match stats. Boom, 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 boom. Snom. All right. So we actually have our second first place tied for first place kill leader with Snom's Lele having 5 kills. So congrats to Angelo's oh god, I forget what got 5 Angelo's Togekiss and Snom's Lele for being tied for first place in the kill leaders this week. They both have 5. And yeah, Snom was able to take the 2-0 victory on his back. He has Galarin, Domanitan, Arcanine both with 2 KOs and Scrafty with a KO. And then on Tootie's side, we had Galar, Zapdos, Tapu Koko, and Inteleon all have 3 kills and 2 kills respectively. So Coco and Galar had 3, Inteleon had 2. I love the way Tootie's using Inteleon in the match stats. I see Inteleon getting a handful of KOs every week, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. I just reached out to an artist. I'm going to try to get an Inteleon emote dressed like James Bond, holding a gun like Pierce Brosnan that says "nice crit" under it. So be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure. She hasn't answered yet, so I reached out to her. I'm gonna try to get that in the mix. But Jax, what do you got on this one?
Well, it wasn't streamed, so I didn't get to get too much on it.
Yeah,
I do know it was the Battle of the Tapus, and the winner of whichever Tapu did whatever first wins. You
yeah,
know, it seemed like Snob apparently had a defensive Tapu, like his Lele was calced to be or was EV trained to be very defensive, and that actually was the key to Game 3 because um, it ended up surviving the first turn, and that was pretty much, I guess, the key to that game was his Tapu surviving the first turn, and in turn knocking out Tooties, I guess. So,
yeah.
um, but obviously, it must have been a great set. I'm really mad that I didn't get to see any of it because that kind of sucks. But
Oh, both great competitors, both great people
yeah,
too.
for sure.
I can't say that enough about everyone in here. Everyone's been so kind since been talking to everyone. Can't emphasize that enough. But yeah, these are two of the tougher coaches to play. Judy's been no joke, and to see Tom get that Snom, I just called him Tom. Snom get that victory is cool, man. I really enjoyed, like looking at the match stats. I was gonna say watching this match, but I didn't watch this match. I really enjoy these two coaches and their play style. So let's move on to the next one, which I actually missed this one, which I was disappointed in myself. What's it called? So, oh no, we play. So all right. So let me explain that actually, Koji. So we don't play in the order of the matches that are scheduled. We play in the order of the schedule on Discord. So in the schedule tab on Discord, you know how it has a list of matches. Here, let me pull it up. We go by this.
Yours is going to be last, Koji.
No, his is fourth, I believe. Oh no,
No,
because
his
we
is
have the
last in order.
second to last. We have Andrew and Pato. Oh no, Arceus and Pato under him.
They didn't play, so his is last.
And then we have another
His is
delayed
last.
match. Yeah, so his is the last match we're talking about. So it's not
Exactly.
the order they're scheduled in, it's the order from the schedule tab. So I should have been more clear on that. So yeah, if you're ever wondering in the future streams, all 9 of you watching, I appreciate all 9 of you being here. If you're ever like, oh, did I miss my match? You could just check that schedule tab real quick and say, oh, they're talking about Fruity and Snom. So I know they're a little more than halfway. You can see all the matches above are the ones we talked about. All the matches below are the ones we're still going to. So that's why we got 17 versus my guy, my man, Tyros. Check out before we get into this one, go check out the coaches' interviews me and Tyros did with some of the people in this league. It was a lot of fun. I tried to schedule all of them, then I had like a big event happen in my life, so it was just hard to reschedule everything. Tyros is in Japan, so we do want to bring that back. We don't know when. When we got time, we'll figure it out, but we're both busy people. So yeah, check out those on YouTube. But Tyros versus 17, Tyros his first week back, and he wasn't able to get the victory. 17 was able to 2-0 him, so congrats to 17. Again, great person, great competitor, so goddamn funny. And Jax, what do you got on this match?
Yeah, this match was kind of unfortunate for Tyros because he obviously he was out of the league because of moving to Japan and everything that's happening in his life. But he was awesome enough to come back and take over a team for Lunchbox,
Yeah,
who had stuff going on in his life to where he couldn't consciously keep going
and
and
that
stuff
happens
like that.
sometimes.
Which that's super appreciative. Love Tyros for it. And he's a really good dude and everything. So I like watching him when he streams in the early mornings and stuff because he's the only one from the league that's ever on at like 7 in the morning when I'm awake. You know, but
That's a funny point. Yeah,
this I feel like this was a good set. Tyros is learning. Obviously, like I said, he's learning the team because he didn't get to draft the team,
yeah.
unfortunately. And he's got pieces that he would like to move around. I know, but he had a big turn in game two where he forgot that Rage Powder didn't affect the grass Pokemon that 17 had, so he couldn't get up to TR because it still was able to taunt the Porygon, which ended up being kind of the turning point in game two
Mm.
because without TR being up, 17 just ran over his team. So it seemed like Tyros was a little rusty with it and stuff like that. But I feel like
Shout out Drunk
I
Rusty.
feel like yeah, I feel like he's gonna get it back on track once he has a couple of games under his belt and gets to knowing how to maneuver his team. Like I was saying in the beginning of the stream, a lot of people by this time of the season have figured out the direction they want to go and the way they want to do things and what they want to try to do. And obviously Tyro's picking it up halfway through. It's going to take him a week or two to get there, but once he gets there, I think it's going to be quite competitive. He's going to be bringing people to the brink.
Dude, I completely agree. I couldn't agree more. And he's one of those coaches to watch out for. And congrats, 17, on the win, man. 17 is not someone you want to see on your schedule. You do not want to see that Boston Snubbles on your schedule because oh, God, he is so good. But all right, congrats to him. Shout out to Tyros for taking over Lunchbox team. Shout out to Lunchbox for tweeting out getting an emote from the artist because that's the artist I reached out to. And without further ado, let's get into our next match, which is yours truly, Jax. How about you tell us a little bit about it? You were able to get the 2-0 victory. Hey, you were the most. Wait, before you start, I was watching this and took some notes on this. You were the most unlucky player I've ever seen. This was the most
Thank you.
unlucky game one win I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, I appreciate that. Somebody else recognizes it.
It was insane. I was going crazy. I was going nuts at my computer watching this one. It was
Yeah.
absolutely bonkers.
Everybody wants to talk about hacks. You ain't seen hacks unless you played as me, buddy.
You ain't seen
And
hacks unless you watch Jax. Shout out,
like
the
that,
name is Jax on
yeah,
Twitch.
yeah. So this game, it was kind of odd that Sack didn't really bring any speed control. He didn't. He prioritized. I talked to him a little bit after that. He prioritized wanting to just try things out on his team,
Mm-hmm.
testing things out, like the weakness policy Katarine and stuff like that. Because I was like, why didn't you try to, trick room and then do it? Because then you would have had the speed control and you would have been able to put out a lot of damage. But he was more excited to try some techs out that are on his team. He realizes it's going to be rough to come back
Yeah. Not impossible
on
though.
this season, you know.
No, it is impossible.
Um,
Now it is.
but
Yeah.
the first game, just I was just sitting there thinking about it with everything that I had. I hit myself in confusion like 3 times.
With Persian twice.
Yeah,
You had a
I was
double
like,
miss turn one.
yep.
He
I
critical
mean,
hit you.
yep. He immediately crit me, which is why I hate Hatterene because it crits like every time. I'm pretty sure that's its ability.
I don't.
It crits Jax's Pokemon 100% of the time. That's its secondary ability. And
That's what Magic Bounce's secondary ability is. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jade did the same thing to me the week before. Every time he fucking hit me, it was like a crit, and I was like
It was
crying in,
nuts.
a onesie on my bed every time that it happened. But um, yeah, and then I got like I got a paralyzed hacks that never even happened. It never worked. He actually got paralyzed, and then I missed a double heat wave
Yes.
because he got paralyzed. That's the reason that I missed the double heat. It was amazing, you know.
I was going
But
nuts watching this one. I was like so animated. I was like, no, 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 not again.
and I'm so used to it that it doesn't even matter anymore. I expect it to happen.
I felt so bad. Uh, and the fact that you got the 2-0 victory in the game, you won game one on top of all of that, which was great. All
Yeah,
of that was game one.
I had such a solid plan, and it was working out so well that I was getting hacks to even the game out. I feel like it was pretty impressive.
And Sack is good. Sack prepped very well. Like, it was just, oh my God. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and game two, it went the hacks kind of. I worked all the hacks out. Game one and game two went fairly
Very
smooth for
smooth.
me,
Yeah,
and I did what I had prepped for and what I wanted to do, which was really cool.
that's a
Um,
good feeling.
but yeah, I feel like Sack's just trying to work out techs and stuff like that that he can do and knows that he wants to do, and he's gonna try to do kind of like Koji did and come back geared up for next season
Yep. And we saw
and
Koji go 2 and
go
7
on
last year.
sort of a redemption tour just like Koji is.
Koji's 5 and 1 now. And actually, oh no, that's not our next game. Our next game was one that was not streamed.
It is technically our next.
Yeah, because we're going over Katie versus Bananas, which is TBD. They have not played. So you know what?
Yep, they play what tomorrow? Tomorrow.
I'm not too sure when we'll check this. Yeah, let me tomorrow then.
Yeah, they play Wednesday at like 9 or something like that.
So let's get into that Koji match. Koji got the 2-0 victory to my guy Andrew. Andrew, it was so much fun prepping with you this week. I didn't help you either. Like we didn't help Koji and Behaney do insane amounts of prep. Like I felt like I couldn't help Andrew through this because he reached out after we had prepped, like, dude, I actually don't have a Snorlax answer. And I was like, I don't have time to help you right now. And then next thing you know, we see Snorlax get 4 KOs in this one. I had the exact team in practice, but I had Destiny Bond Frostlass over Will-O-Wisp. And yeah, so the different sets, it could be the same Pokemon with vastly different sets and a completely different game. Because Andrew was kicking my ass in practice with Quagsire. The Mimikyu was a problem. The Shinnetic, the Spectrier, all. Like, I like Andrew's team. The weather control with Torkoal versus Pelipper. The Quagsire Unaware ability is something I've been sleeping on. I didn't know how good Unaware is. Unaware is very good and something that you should be more aware of. And yeah, he just said in the chat, I wasn't prepped for Snorlax. Snorlax getting Seed Bomb was a game changer. Because then he could just hit the Quagsire for super effective. He could hit almost everything for super effective because of that Seed Bomb. And we just weren't prepared for that in practice. And Koji is Koji's my favorite streamer. I'm not afraid to say it. So let me backtrack a little bit. I never really watched a stream before this Pokemon League. I started watching streams for this Pokemon League, and I love Koji's energy while he's streaming. And I missed Wisp game 2. Oh, he missed a Wisp game 2 too. That's always
That was
crucial.
like, the Wisp miss was huge.
It's huge. But yeah, I've been so much enjoying watching Koji streams. Like I get streaming now. Like I get why people watch streams after watching Koji. Because I would hop in people's streams every now and again, like the famous people's, like the ones with the big viewers. And if they're like those Nuzlocks are kind of boring to me sometimes. Like if they're not, like I didn't get streaming all the time. I was like, how are this many people watching it? What, you don't like my muted streams? I'm hurt. I don't want to hurt anyone else's feelings. I just want to say I get why people watch streams after watching Koji. Like, I feel like that's a good compliment to give you. Like, I had Facade, so I wanted Wisp, to be honest. Oh my god. So the miss for Andrew was actually better for Andrew because if he wisped the Snorlax and Facade came out, no matter what, oh my god, that would have been nuts. But yeah, Angelo, what I missed, you actually missed all the games. This is our last game that was played. And yeah, Koji was able to like just take down Andrew in a dominant victory. I would say. I'm sorry to be, to say it like that, but it really was a dominant victory for Koji with the Snorlax, the Crocodile, the Pelipper. But what's it called? This was a fun one to watch. You can watch it at Professor Koji. And Andrew has a scary team. If you're going up against Andrew in the future, be ready because his team is fucking good. And I was like helping him prep this week, and I was like, oh my god. Like, I didn't realize these Pokemon did some of the stuff they do. So it was really fun to see that. Shout out Andrew for being a great guy, great person. Shout out Koji for being my favorite streamer, a great person. Shout out everyone in the chat. Angelo Behaney, Pops, Koji, all y'all. I appreciate you. And Jax, what you got on this one?
Um, I love I love Andrew's team as well. I think Andrew's team is still
Me
very
too.
good, and I think that he's gonna keep doing quietly very well in this league.
Yes.
I just think Koji had a much better concept of what he was doing,
Yeah.
and he, like you said, he prepped really well for
Insane prep.
for what was going to go on this week, and it was much easier with the concept that he brought to the game, much easier for him to implement it. This was my favorite match of the week,
Nice.
literally only because of the Koji lariat, because Koji lariat is amazing.
Him doing the darkest lariat had me dying laughing. I can't believe I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, dude, I live for
2D bring it in.
things like that goofy shit on a stream, and that was like the best thing
It was so
I
freaking
think
funny.
of 2 seasons that I've watched on streams
That
of
was
people
so
doing
freaking
stuff. That
funny.
was literally like him just.
I don't want to do an impression because I'm gonna do it poorly. I'm not gonna do it as well as him. So you can go back and watch Koji do Darkest Lariat after this match, after this stream, because it is so funny and worth watching. And again, yeah, Snorlax had 4 KOs, Crocodile had 2, Pelipper had 2. The animation for Darkest Lariat was awesome, but oh
Yeah,
god,
Koji's team is sneaky good. It's sneaky versatile.
yeah,
And the way that he preps to use it makes it just that much better.
yeah,
I feel like the Wisp miss, even though he had facade, was kind of huge because that would have the seed bomb
that's true. That's
back
also true.
on Andrew's main,
Quagsire, which is a tank.
the Quagsire, and I think Andrew kind of in this match made it absolutely known that the Quagsire was going to be his main max no matter what,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. He wasn't
And
hiding that.
that kind of led to it was kind of a detriment because then Koji just he knew I'm going to take care of this, and once I take care of this, it's going to be rough for him to come back. So,
Exactly.
um,
Yeah, yeah.
a little bit more of a disguising game plan for Andrew would probably help him out. But I still think he's got a good team too.
Hell
So
of a team
excited to
concept.
see what these guys do. I'm pretty sure they're both guaranteed to make the playoffs almost.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I mean, I know Koji is, and I think Andrew's got to like get like one more win in 3 weeks, and then he should be in.
Oh,
So
wow. Good. All right. So I got to
yeah,
start pulling up.
with it expanding to 16 teams making it in, if you're not one of the bottom 8 teams, you're in the playoffs.
That's also.
So
So you know what? Next week on the show, we're going to go through everyone's week 8 and 9 recap and strength of schedule. You know what? For the week 7 recap, that's something I'll add a note of.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
seems good.
Strength of schedule week 8 plus 9. And that could be a fun little thing to look at too, to see who has the hardest schedule left, who's like might sneak into the playoffs if this happens, who might not if that happens. So that should be fun. Maybe I'll get a math guy on. If anyone knows math, let me know. Hit me up. And let's get on to the next match, which is Arceus versus Proto, which is postponed. And Arceus is in Belize barehanded hunting crocodiles and doing awesome. He's on his Steve Irwin shit. Oh, Andrew's getting a new logo. Look out for the new logo soon, too. I know he reached out to my artist. I wasn't sure the timeline on that because I know she usually takes like 2 weeks. So that's awesome, man. I'm so happy for that. So shout out Pixie Dust on Instagram. Ask me if you need an artist. She'll charge you commission and whatnot. But I love her work. She did the neon mushroom background over here, the neon jungle mushrooms. She did the Amoonguss bus logo for me, and now she's gonna do Andrew's logo too. She's not cheap. She's an artist that gets paid commission. She does this for like work, so it's like, you know, it is the price is fair, I would say. For what you get. So if you need an artist, let me know. Definitely reach out to her. And yeah, shout out Arceus for being awesome. Shout out Pato for being awesome. Hope everything's going well with Pato. And I hope Arceus catches more crocodiles. And then we got another week match that was postponed from last week. 17 versus Smurf. So I figured I'd leave it in here. I didn't want to take it out yet because it's still postponed. So we're gonna go over that match whenever it happens too. I'm gonna leave all the postponed matches on the bottom of the for next week.
Yeah, I believe they said that it was going to be made up this coming week.
Okay. So which other match was postponed? The Bananas, Katie. Oh, that's gonna happen soon though. All right, so
Yeah, that's happening tomorrow. So
I'll move that to the bottom. So 12, 13, 14. I'll keep on and we'll review them whenever they happen in the next stream. And all right, Jax, are you ready for Pokemon of the Week?
I am.
I'm so ready for Pokemon of the Week. So a little drum roll. Congrats to Angelo. Congrats to Yama. I felt you guys, me and Jax decided on Pokemon of the Week this week. Jax sent me two of his picks. I picked Yama and I picked one of Jax's picks. So the other one's in the honorable mentions. And yeah, shout out both these coaches for being awesome, having awesome strategies. Angelo's Togekiss was great this week, able to get the Dazzling Gleam, Calc, Weakness, like I loved the way he used the Togekiss, and I felt it deserved the Pokemon of the Week this week for that. And then what can I say about Yama? That Berserker strat, that Weakness policy again, the coaching into it, Dynamax both games, being able to tank hits from Fox's Dynamax options, dodge Hydro Pumps, all willy nilly. Hydro Pump can't hit me. Then Baton Pass too. This was incredible. Like, shout out Angelo, shout out Yama for the way you guys use these Pokemon. And I felt they deserve Pokemon of the Week this week. Jax, what you got on this one?
Yeah, I love you said it. I mean, the way that they used both of these Pokemon really made them shine this week.
Yep,
The way that Angelo was able to conceal the weakness policy on the Togekiss while still making it effective game one was huge.
yep.
Because then it could just come out and basically walk through Jade on that game two. And I can't argue with Tech of the Week right there. That Berserker just went absolutely nuts.
Dude, it was so much fun to watch. And that Berserker was the reason why this was my favorite game of the week, I gotta say. The Fox versus uh yeah, Fox versus Yama was my favorite game for that reason. And then actually I'm gonna update one thing too while I got time. Boom goes the dynamite. I updated the Smurf alpaca match. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that now and add that into the PowerPoint. Boom.
Seeing the magic happen live, I love it.
Wait, did you see the XL? No, you didn't see the XL. All right, so whenever we get to that, I'll add it in. Oh, I messed up and deleted alpaca and wrote Z on one of the slides things. All right, so you see live mistakes too. And now I want you to talk about the honorable mention. You sent me two, and the other one you sent me was Snom's Lele because of the 5 kills too. So talk a little bit about why you picked Lele for Pokemon of the Week.
I picked Lele because um, it's you didn't get to see the match actually happen, but
They put in
the
work.
amount of kills that it had, the amount of work that it can do in a game, the fact that he had made it survive, which was a key point to the third game in the set, from what both competitors said and everything, um, and just made it have to be at least put in the honorable mentions because I mean to use something to the effect that he did, have the kills that he did, and still be able to calc it to be able to make it a key cog in the fact that you're winning in a match. Made it basically it's obviously it was his team's MVP and it did a little bit of shining even though it wasn't streamed. You know, it was out there to me as a glaring positive, and nobody was really able to see it. So I had to put it out there as honorable mention.
And I completely agree. And I love this little segment we do. So anyone watching, we went from 11 to 6 viewers since we stopped the games and started this Pokemon of the Week segment. Well, what's it called? Any of you guys here, send me Pokemon of the Week if you got them. You're like, hey, I think my Pokemon should be Pokemon of the Week. They will be in honorable mentions if they don't win. And if you send them to me, there's a high chance they win because I don't know who to pick most of the time. So send them over. That's how we do it. It's very lackluster. And now Pokemon kill leaders. We have so many Pokemon kill leaders this week. This is going to be a mouthful to read. But without let me get right into it. And we got two Pokemon tied for first with 5 KOs each. Two Pokemon we just talked about, in Angelo's Togekiss and Snom's Tapu Lele. Congrats to both our winners this week. We have a 7-way tie for second with 4 KOs. Pops' Celesteela, 17's Urshifu, Koji Snorlax, Jaxs and you and Terrakion, Behani's Mudsdale, and Yama's Berserker, and then a late addition of Smurf with his Cinderace. All 7 of those Pokemon got 4 KOs, and we have an 8-way tie for with 3 KOs each. All these Pokemon Coach combos got 3 KOs. It was Pops' Regirock, Anti's Polt, 17's Entei, 2D's Galar Zapdos, and Tapu Koko. My Regigigas, shout out Gigas, Yama's Feeny and Lapras, and congrats to all our coaches who made this list. Jax, no one separated themselves from the pack really this week. You know, we had 5, 4, and 3 as the leaders. Did anything about this surprise you? Anything on this list surprise you?
No, like I said, the league's kind of trending to people knowing what they want to do and where they want to go with stuff. So I feel like I see um, a lot more of consistency of people making it out of this KOs list. A lot more people going to be up in these tiers, and you're going to have these long-winded reasons for these kill leaders because people, know what they're going to counter things with and know what they want to do, and then they're going to bring those to the matches, and they're going to get the consistently, 3 to 4 kills with at least one Pokemon on their team, depending on what their opponent brings.
Dude, 100%. Like, I couldn't agree more. And again, congrats to all the coaches that made the list. And the font will be the bigger, the less coaches make it. The more coaches make it, the smaller the font's going to be. Nothing I could do about it.
I was pretty proud of myself. I made it number 2 2 weeks in a row.
Congrats! Look at you. See, I actually should keep track of who's been on here the most. I could look through the old slides. Only person with 2. Oh no, it was Tootie. You got Galar, Zapdos, and Coco, and then Yama's. Oh, it was Yama's Feeny, and then Fox's Lapras. So yeah, you are the only Pokemon with 2 in the 3 category. You are. Shout out Shout out Tootie. Dude, you're really good at this game, you know? Alright, and now we got the predictions. And I'm going to add this. You guys just saw me copy and paste that live. This is how the magic's made. Let me size it up. And that's how I do it. So I screenshotted it while I was still highlighting it. So I changed Proto picked Alpaca, though. You know, that I highlighted this Proto picked Alpaca. And I accidentally typed Z instead. So now everyone has one more add. If it's green, add 1. So I'm 6 out of 10. If it's red, subtract 1. So Jax is 4 out of 9. You know, and that's the way it's going to go.
I did horrible this week.
Not many people did great. Yama's at the top again, 7 out of 9. But now he's 7 out of 10. Arceus is 6. We have some consistent winners, you know? So actually, no, Behani, with now the Smurfs game, Behani is our leader at 7 out of 10. Oh no, Yama got 7 out of 10 too. So they're tied for our leader. Behani, Arceus, and Yama are always at the top of this though. So for anyone who's like, oh, I don't know who to pick, I'm too lazy to go look through it, I would just say copy and paste one of those guys and change a few things, and you might be right. And I'm giving you strategies. There's 3 weeks left to win the cards. If you pick all 12 matches right in the next 3 weeks, and so let's say a match is delayed, it's the match listed in week 7. If you pick all the week 7 matches right, you win the 15 Pokemon cards I got up here. And I've been getting some great pulls, so that's that's something you're gonna want. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys participating. If you don't oh wait, I missized this. Perfect. All right, now that's better. But now with the standings. Oh, you know what? I think I gotta make the PowerPoint. Let me go to properties actually. Transform, edit transform. Do you guys see it moving? Oh, I'm moving the wrong side. I actually really like that you could see it moving. You guys see that? Boom goes to dynamite. All right. And now let me move the left side. Let me get all of our names out. Hey! And now it's sized up better. All right. I like that I could just do that live too. Thank you for everyone bearing with me, learning all the technical stuff. But this is the standings right now in the armor division. We have Behaney at the top, 5-1 after he beat me. He only lost 3 rounds all year. And then we have Koji at the top, 11-4. He's only lost 4 rounds all year. Dude, those and their prep partners, they're dominating the gold and silver divisions. And it's kind of crazy to see, man. Like, shout out Anti, KD, and Fruity all being 4-2 after that. Angelo's 3-3, and then Alpaca is now 2-4, and Arceus is still 2-3. We're waiting. Is Smurf on here? Smurf moves up now too. No, Smurf's in the other one. All right, so we got to be aware of that too. So now Alpaca moves. He's 2-4 as well. He still has a better differential than Tyros. It looks like. But man, this is close. This is really close. Jax, what you got on this?
Uh, you could see it. That's
You were breaking up there for a second.
sorry. You could see it's getting a little top heavy up here.
It's very
Um,
top heavy, I would say.
yeah, there's starting to be like I said last week, a line of demarcation between the top teams and the bottom teams.
Yep,
I like to see Angelo see what if he wins out, he's going to be right up there
with
with
everyone.
the top three
Yeah,
in that division.
same with
You
Arceus.
know, he's probably going to move past that player that's ass apparently anti, who's 4-2 for crying out loud.
Wait,
But
wait, wait. Actually, Arceus is delayed games. Yama's 3-3. Angelo's 3-3. Arceus. If they all win out, this is going to be so tight. I didn't realize that until right
yeah,
now. Oh my god.
yeah, there's gonna be a battle between Angelo, Arceus, and Yama to see who gets up there. But once again, there's 8 teams that make it out. There's going to be 8 teams that make it out of this,
Yama
right?
was the odd
I
man
think
out last season. I hope he makes the playoffs this season.
yeah, it's going to be very clutch and close to see what goes on with that.
Oh
It's going to be
wow.
exciting coming down to the last 2 weeks with those players.
I can't wait. They all need to win crucially to separate themselves from the pack. And you know who else needs to? Me in this league. I feel the same way in this one. Oh my god. This is nuts. This one is so much closer, I feel like. I feel like anyone can make it in the crown division still, and anyone can lose. Like, let's say I beat Fox and he's 4-3, and then everyone else wins. You know, he'll still have a good differential, but it's going to be very close. And same
Yeah,
over
we're
here.
all beating each other up pretty hard.
Jax, you could still finish first if everyone else loses. If Jade loses, like, holy shit. No, I don't think you can finish first because of differential now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, no, I doubt it highly. But I could make the playoff.
Yeah, me and Andrew are in the same boat where we both need to win out. We both need to win. Zero differential. We're both at the same exact spot in the standings. 3-3 with a zero differential. I have a better division record, so I win the tiebreaker. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, I play Fox, who's 4-2, and then I play Koji, who is 5-1. And then where's Pato on here? Pato's down here, and then I play Pato after that. So I need to win at least 2 or 3 of those out of the last 3 for me, I think, to feel comfortable and feel like I can make the playoffs, which is crazy. This is so tight. This is so freaking tight. All right, and Jax, are you ready for the last part of this stream?
Oh yeah.
The week 7 predictions. And as always, put your predictions in the predictions tab in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please reach out and you can join the Discord because this is gonna be fun. And Behaney versus Angelo is our first match. Oh, I didn't click. And Jax, who do you got in this one?
Wow, this is a tough one because both both of these players are kind of on a roll. I'm gonna go with Bikini though. He's got the hotter hand at the moment, and his prep is very good.
And we know he's a prep maniac. We know he's a prep monster, a prep madman. I'm going the boy Angelo. I'm going Angelo in this one, man. I'm picking against the big bad B Haney. He's
I like it.
he's so dominant every week. It's hard to pick against him. But Angelo's a good player. He's in the Ireland World Cup team. He's getting his YouTube video, like his medal was featured on the what's that league someone mentioned in the chat this morning. Who's putting together that whole tournament,
Yep.
the World Cup tournament?
The Joe UX9?
No, the World Cup one.
Oh, I don't know.
So he was on their main YouTube page, which was so cool to see. You know, like he made it to their main YouTube page. Wow, I can't believe I'm blanking on who. Let me see if it's in my YouTube history. Victory Road, 1.1K views. Angelo's. Go watch Brian Collins Ireland versus Thin Fawn qualifiers 2021 on the official Victory Road. Do I really never pick you? Well, I didn't pick you last week because you played against me. Well, you win every week, man, so it's probably bad for me. My strategy is try to pick some underdogs so that if, let's say, you do lose, everyone else is going to pick you. I'm going to have a better prediction tab. Let's say everyone picks Fox and I pick against Fox. Let's say Fox loses, I'm going to have a better, you know? So that's what it is. It's nothing personal. It's all math. It's just math to me. I don't I don't take these seriously at all. So I feel bad that I have picked against Behaney because you do care about that. You want people to pick you to win. So I sorry about that. You know, it's nothing personal. It's just all math. But all right, I'm so Jax, you got Behaney. Tom and I got Angelo, and let's get into the next match. But yeah, go check out Victory Road official YouTube. Brian Collins versus Thin Fan qualifiers 2021 World Cup. You don't think? I don't think. Okay, so I
You
gotta
gotta
look.
stop beating him, Behaney. You gotta stop beating him. Maybe he'll pick you more.
Yeah, I didn't realize I've picked against him every week. Just a trend I noticed. So I gotta break that trend because that's not a trend I like, and that's probably why my predictions are pretty bad. Shit. Okay, that's probably maybe that's why my prediction score is always so bad because I'm always picking against one of the best players in the league. Upset bait. Yeah, so if everyone always picks Behaney. Everyone always picks Fox. So I try to pick against that's like one of my few strategies with predictions. All right. So Arceus versus Anti. I'm not sure when this one's going to be played. I'm going to pick first in this one. I'm going to go Anti in this one. And who knows when it's going to be played. Whenever it does get played, it will count towards a week 7 predictions though. Your predictions in week 7 will what's it called? Yeah, it doesn't change prep at all who people pick. Exactly. But what's it called? I'm picking Anti in this one. And shout out Arceus for being awesome. Shout out Anti for being awesome. I actually love. So I bought the Anti Switch after it broke, sent it into Nintendo, got it fixed. Now I got 2 Switches, so now I don't got to keep constantly moving my Switch from my room to this to the stream room to the. I could just now I have 2 Switches, and I'm very happy with that. So shout out Anti for that. And Jax, who do you got in this one?
Wait, why didn't Anti just do that?
Because he wanted it that week, so he bought a new Switch.
Oh,
And they
so why didn't he just get it fixed and make it? Never mind. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I don't know. I didn't ask questions. I said if it's broken and you don't want to send it in, I'll buy it from you. And he named his
Right?
price, and I
Hey,
said done and done.
that's called a come up where I come from, but
Yeah. Well, Nintendo charges
um,
$100 to get it fixed too with the error code.
yo, you got a shiny Poplio.
You just got a shiny Poplio?
Yeah,
Let's go!
sweet. I've been hatching eggs since I was on stream.
Let's go!
Shiny too. Yeah, I'm stuck in a hotel room, can't connect to the internet, so I was like, screw it, I'll just start shiny hunting.
Oh, I love it.
I may as well, because it's the only thing I can do without internet. That's awesome. All right. Um, I'm actually, I'm going with Arceus on this one.
Really? I
Yeah,
like
I'm
it.
gonna go with Arceus on this one. If he puts his game plan together as well as he usually does,
With his damage
I
calcs
think
and
he
stuff.
can. I think he can make some waves on this, and the waiver wire's coming down. And I think he's gonna. He made a couple of moves. I think this past week. Well, it was this past week. Yeah, he made a couple of moves this past week, and I think that he might be making more moves by the trade deadline.
Eyeball emoji. Verbal emoji.
And um if he does make moves that he wants to, he picked up that Blacephalon and everything like that, so he's got
How do I load
his
this?
his big brain fire Pokemon back and everything. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be good for him to come out and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm going to pick Arceus. I'm going to say that he's going to pick up a big bounce back win after picking up his beloved Blacephalon.
And guys, I just turned on my Switch. Let me know if the music's too loud, because now I'm inspired by Jaxs. But oh, my camera froze. I just fixed it. Thank you for telling me my camera is frozen. But yeah, also let me know if the music's too loud. Jaxs, I'm so excited you just got a shiny. And I love that pick for Arceus Anti. Oh my, I almost picked Arceus too. In my brain, I was like, this is going to be a tough one. All right. Oh, I'm excited for this one now. Whenever it's played, it's going to count towards the week 7 predictions. The next match, we got Sack versus Yama. You can watch this one at Yamagoo on Twitch. And so wait, I picked first last time. Jax, tell us who you got in this one.
I am going to pick Yama. Um, it's nothing against Zach, although I think Zach is trying to feel out different techs that he can use. He's trying to get more mechanics down to figure out how he can make a team that's going to work better for the way that he wants to do things next season, more than trying to capitalize on trying to, ruin somebody's playoff chances this season. So
Okay.
I think Yama's going to get locked in here after that huge win against Fox. I don't know if he's going to pull out any like crazy cool tech like he did this week. Even if he does, I think that's even better. That'd be a plus to be able to watch. Um, but I do think he's going to hunker down a little bit, and he'll be playing with a team that I think fits more of his play style after some trades that he made. And he'll be able to move forward and get on a little bit of a winning streak here to end the season to hopefully make a push to make those playoffs.
Dude. And Yama, again, I mentioned this earlier. Yama was the odd man out last season. He was one of the coaches that didn't make the playoffs because of like math, even though he had a good record. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out with vengeance. And now he got his old prep partner back too. I don't think there's a way I could pick against Yama no matter who he's facing. If it's Fox, if it's Behaney, if it's Sack, I think I was going to pick Yama no matter what this week. And oh my God, he's one of those coaches. I'm excited to see what he could do if he makes the playoffs. I really am. And now we got a next matchup I'm excited for. So these two coaches have played each other every season they've been in the league together. And I think Tyros has won every match. Tyros has beaten Alpaca every time, I believe he said. So that's something to look out for. And Jax, oh wait, you picked first last time. I'm picking first this time. I'm going for Alpaca to beat this streak and take down someone who's beaten him every week. He said, he's like every time I play Tyros, Tyros beat me. So I'm looking for Alpaca to break that streak, and I hate to do it to Tyros. I think he's going to start 0-2 in his first 2 weeks back. I think that's just how the cookie crumbles for him this week. I think it's a bad matchup versus a great opponent. And Jax, who do you got in this one?
I am gonna go with Alpaca
Nice.
with the caveat, with the caveat, if Tyros makes like a final trade and can make like a shift on his team that I think is going to work really well, I might switch up before this match happens.
Okay.
But as it's presently constituted, like you said, Tyros is just like he's at sort of like a disadvantage from coming into the league now. Um,
Yep.
to where I think Alpaca's trying to work through his team and
Knows it better.
and he's got more of a direction on where he wants to go and the way he wants to go. I'm gonna pick Alpaca, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tyros wins this. I really wouldn't.
No,
You
not at
know,
all.
the TR mode that Tyros has on his team kind of counters Alpaca really hard. So if Tyros can figure out a way to maybe get TR up or something like that without getting stopped by Alpaca, I think uh, he's gonna make some real waves,
Okay.
in this game. But I can't pick up against Alpaca, not with Tyros' second week with a new team in this league.
That's what it is. It's just so hard to pick against Alpaca with everything going against Tyros. Oh wow! And you can watch us on both their streams. Have I been shouting out Twitches? Wait, at Behaney, Angelo Hunter and Behaney _27 was our first match. Arceus the One God is our second. Yamagoo is our third, and this was our fourth at Tyros 1325 and Z Alpacalypse. Check out all their streams. Shoot them a follow if you don't. Like everyone in this league is awesome, man. I couldn't recommend their channels more. And I'm not just saying that. Like I really enjoy watching all of these competitors, and it's so much fun watching these draft league matches. So go check them out. And we got our next match, which is should be a very good one. We got Tootie versus Koji. And oof, we just saw Tootie get the 2-1 loss to Snug. We know he's gonna be bouncing back. We know Koji's on a big 5-1 win, season right now. Jax, this is gonna be a tough one. Who do you got in this one?
Uh, I said before that I wasn't gonna not pick Tootie every week, and I got to stick with that. So I'm gonna pick Tootie this week.
All right. So you're picking Tootie this week.
Um, yeah, I'm picking Tootie this week. Both of these teams have crazy good teams.
Yeah.
Like both of these coaches' teams are honestly really good. Koji's a little more sneaky, really good than I think. Tootie's is more obviously you can see it on paper is really good.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to who brings what for their six.
Yeah.
That's basically all this is going to come down to. I think these guys are going to be pretty much even all the way down the board. It's just who's going to bring what Pokemon to the actual match. And then once they get into the team preview and you get to see who brought what, that's gonna decide everything. Because I feel like they're both going to prep really hard. They're going to be ready for as much as they can. And it's just going to come down to did this person bring something that was the one thing you couldn't really prep for,
Yeah.
and that's good. It's going to come down to.
Oh wow. Yeah, I got Koji in this one. I don't think I could prep against Koji. I don't think I could pick against Koji after I'm picking against everyone else I'm picking against. I got to keep some people who oh, this is a tough one, man. Tootie is so freaking good too. Like Tootie's team is no joke whatsoever. I love the way the Inteleon having 10 KOs is nuts to me. I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of. I'm going Koji. I'm not switching. I'm going Koji. All right. So I almost just switched it there. I almost just switched it, but I decided not to. Shout out Koji. Shout out Tootie, being great competitors, great people. And let's get into our next match, which is actually Koji's real life friend, Proto. And he's playing KD, who's having a phenomenal season. KD is. I think I'm picking KD in this one. And it's just these two coaches are having very opposite seasons, I would say. It's just tough. KD's having a great one. Proto's not having the best one. And I think it's going to be a rock meets a hard place. I think KD's not going to be able. I mean, I think Proto's not going to be able to stop what KD's got going on. I think KD's got too much going on for Proto to stop, and it's going to be a tough matchup for Proto. Jax, what you got?
Yeah, I gotta tend to agree. I'm gonna go with Katie on this one. Um, Regardless on if Katie apparently tries hard enough to win or lose against Bananas this coming week, which is what he was joking about in the general chat. I feel like he wants to prove that he's like the top guy, and I feel like
Yeah,
he's got a really strong team that's going to put a whole bunch of crazy pressure on Proto, and Proto has been, man, I feel for him, man. He's had
tough
he's,
matchup.
hardest overall schedule. I swear, he's just facing haymakers every week, and it's rough. Um, that being said, I'm rooting for him. I hope the dude comes out and he can, kind of hit Katie in the mouth and pull out a big win, and that will be a big confidence booster.
Dude, absolutely. And when you're one of the like, I was 2-7 last year. When you're one of those teams, you just want to get a win. That's all. You just want to get a win. You're just like, just I want to get a win. And I see it. I really hope Proto gets that next win. It sucks if it's against KD for KD, but shout out to Proto and good luck getting that win, man. It's hard, but once you get it, it's so relieving. It really is. And all right, on to the next match, which is me versus Fox. I think it's very easy. I'm going to pick me. So I am picking against Behanian Fox this week, as usual, I think. Which is pretty funny that I never noticed that trend. But in the back of my mind, I'm always like, I should pick against the guys I think everyone's going to pick. So that's funny. But all right, so I think I can win. I saw Yama do it. I saw Bananas do it. I got the blueprint. I did it season 2. So Fox, I'm coming for you, friend. Fox is a great person. Again, great competitor. I can't wait to see what he does, but I think I got the sauce this week. And Jax, who you got in this one?
Hold on one second.
No rush. No
My bad.
rush.
I was posting my pop theater the shiny hunting thing.
No, you absolutely
Um,
should because that's amazing.
yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go with Fox here.
I understand.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Fox on this one. It's nothing against you.
Nothing
I think
personal.
if you prep correctly and you bring the right things, you will have a much better shot at beating him. If you don't, I kind of think he's gonna walk through you. Not gonna lie,
Don't
but
lie. Yeah.
um, I think if you prep right, you can definitely win. It's just difficult for me to pick against Fox
Yeah.
and think he's gonna have like a 3 game losing streak like that. That's a tall order. You could do it. You could make it happen. But for me to put all of my 15 packs of Pokemon cards in that basket, I can't do it.
I understand, man. And what's it called? That's why I'm excited to see this one. I can't wait to see how it goes. And yeah, Andrew, we got to practice. I got to make time for practice. I don't know when I got time this week. So we'll figure that out. But I'm excited for this one. I really am. I cannot wait to see. So we're playing Sunday, 7 p.m. And I need to win. I cannot wait to get the win, but I need to win. This is a game I feel is a must win for me. And I'm excited. His team having 44 KOs is it's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a really tough one. All right. So next game we got Andrew, who's just in the chat saying we got to practice time. Yeah, I don't know when I got time, but Andrew versus Bananas. Jax, who you got in this one?
It's kind of difficult because we haven't seen Bananas play since he beat Fox, and it's kind of frustrating. And recency bias is Andrew losing to Koji, who obviously is a good player but still losing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Andrew on this one. I think he's gonna bounce back. I think he's gonna pick up the much needed win to pretty much guarantee himself a spot in the playoffs.
If he wins, yeah, I
Um,
think so.
so I think he's gonna bounce back on that. He just like he says he needs to practice. He needs to prep hard. Um, and I think he can do that. It's always difficult to play a Metagross in this format. It's always difficult to play Charizard with Sun in this format, and I think he uses his lower tier Pokemon really well
Yes.
in this format. So I think with all that put together, as long as he can counteract some of the things that Bananas likes to do well, like with the Lando and the versatileness of the Dragapult, the versatile Dragapult and everything, I think he can pick up down there.
Oh wow. Yeah, the silent killer. I don't know. That's funny. But oh god, this is gonna be a fun one to watch too. Who? I really don't know who I think is gonna win. I think I'm going bananas on this one. Bananas, he's he he's a tough coach to bet against too. You real banana. I think people are going to be betting against him too. I think people are going to sleep on bananas, be like, we haven't seen him play exactly what you're saying, and I think that's going to be the difference in this game. And I think bananas is going to be able to take the victory because of that. And Andrew's a good player with a good team, but I have a hard time seeing him beating bananas team composition this week. And all right, on to the next match. Registeel, Pops and the Rally Registeel versus Pato and the Dehong Heroes. So Jax, I did two in a row before, so you do two in a row. You got the last one. Who you got in this one?
The what heroes?
Dehong, right?
The Hom heroes?
DH.
I have
Oh,
no
that's a
idea. I just like the way you said that. I thought that was cool.
DHAA. No, it's HAA, not Dehog, right? Den Hog. I think I'm saying that
It's
right.
Den Hag heroes or something like that. I just like the way you said it. I was just asking.
I love it. Yeah, I was trying to put my Asian accent on it because I lived with Chinese people for 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah, my roommates from when. Let's go in a little sidebar before we pick games now. So when I lived in California, I met some people at the movie theater who were born in America, grew up in China, and then moved back for college, and they were so cool. They were so freaking cool. I loved them. They're still two of my good friends today, Michelle and Kenny. And then Boyd, I met out that like all my California friends. I love them. Fernando, I love all of them. But yeah, I love that like Korean barbecue. Some of my favorite food now. Like I learned a lot about the Asian culture while I was out there. So I was trying to reach back because I think that the Den Haag. I don't know if that's Asian, but it's the way I was pronouncing it made it sound Asian. So, but yeah, that's my little tangent. And Jax, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with Pops. I'm gonna go with Pops here. I think he can counter some of the things that Pato's team can do really well. So um, I think I got to pick him. The way that he made his team really bulky, much to the aspect of or the same aspect of Behaney and Fox, the way they like to make bulky teams.
Yeah.
I try to do it too. I think everybody's kind of picked that up and tries to do that more often. I think he's got that going with the way that he did some of his trades and with the way that he can counteract some of the things that Pato likes to do well. I'm gonna go with him for that.
And both these coaches are so reliant on their one big Pokemon. It's Feeny for Pato, it's Rock for Pops, and they both have good Pokemon around them too that could do a lot of things. I think I'm going Pato here, and I'm going to shock the world with this pick. Probably, I think Pops is a favorite. I think Pato would be like a if this was the NFL bended plus like 425 underdog. And I'm going Pato here. I think I'm taking the underdogs this week. I think I'm taking a lot of underdogs this week. I think Bananas would be the underdog versus Andrew. I think Andrew would be the favorite. So it's like I'm taking a lot of underdogs this week. And I think I'm sticking with that trend and going Pato here. And let's see if the underdogs can win, man. I think the Tapu Fini versus Rock and Steel is gonna be tough, but the supporting cast around it I like for Pato, man. I really do. So all right, let's get into the next one, which is Jax, your match. So we'll go quick over this. I got you in this one over Snom. I don't think Snom is going to be able to stop you now that you just got that 2-0 victory. I think you're going to. So last year we saw you have a late game win streak and carry that momentum into the playoffs, and I think you're going to do the same thing this year. I think you're going to go on a little win streak now. You're going to beat Snom, and you're going to have the last 2 weeks of the season. You're probably going to win one or two of those, and I think you're going to go be one of the strongest teams going into the playoffs again. And that's my predictions for your team.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I love it. All right. So then let's move on to the next one. I just picked my 4 for my ranked battle. And we got Smurf versus MA11. Oof. Yeah, Jax, I'm going to let you go first on this one because I honestly have no idea who I'm going to pick.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with Smurf here. I think he's using once again he's using his lower tier Pokemon
So well.
really well. I think he's kind of making them shine more, and he's splitting up his attack. If you look at it, 4 kills, 9 kills, 5 kills, a lot of Pokemon have at least 1 kill. So he's splitting up the way that he's doing things. He hasn't even really used the Mudsdale, which on other teams shines really big. But you never know if it's coming. Using Venusaur, you never know if that's coming, but it could come, and he can use it in two different ways. If he wants to go slow, if he wants to go fast, if you can't switch it, make it go slow or fast. There's not much to go on there.
Oh God.
Um, he's got Klefki as a prankster user that I don't think he's really even used. Like, so to not use one of your tier threes, you got to prep for it because it may eventually come. I know that gives a lot of people trouble.
Dude.
Ditto's kind of stupid. I don't think Ditto should ever be there, but
I
I
think
think the
it's
rest of
stupid
his
in an
team
interesting X Factor way. I think it's dumb in the fact that you're like, I don't need to prep for Ditto. But if you get got by Ditto, it's gonna be like, oh my god, I got by Ditto?
if you bring Ditto and it's stuck being pinned against something that's already weak against, you're screwed.
Exactly. It's
So
just so situational.
I, I don't think having a Pokemon that's that super situational, unless we're playing a legendary format, I don't think it's that good. But um,
That's a good
yeah,
point, actually.
I
In the
think other
restricted
than
format.
that, his team is pretty good. I think it synergizes a little bit more well than Matt's team. Um, but at that same point, I got to pick Smurf, but I'd love to see Matt get the win. I think that he's got a fire for this game, and he tries to prep really well. He tries to help a lot of people. I've had him check my team out a few times, um, just to get pointers and stuff like that. People giving feedback and stuff, which is cool. So I hope he can pick up the win. I just don't know if he's got the fighter power for it.
This is gonna be a tough one. If he does have the firepower, this week is gonna be a tough matchup for MA11. And you know what? I think you talked me into picking Smurf. I think I'm picking Smurf now. Just because of everything you said. Oh, Orlando switching. Fuck me. All right. I think I can't. I think I got to go Smurf because of that. And all right, on to the last match we're predicting for week 7. We got Jade versus 17. This is going to be one of the matches that isn't streamed. If Jade, what's it called? Jade, actually reach out to me. If I could stream it, I will. I'm pretty busy, so I don't know when you guys are playing. But if I'm around, if it's like 7 a.m. again, like you versus Bananas was, like that's something I'll be able to stream because I'm usually up. But,
Yeah, I could probably stream it too. I don't think I'm going to camp this weekend.
oh, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all right. I go to camp every weekend. So,
Okay, so that's good.
but my aunt is coming up from Florida, so I don't think I'm going to camp this weekend.
That's going to be so much fun. Oh wow! I hope you and your aunt have a good time, man. I, sometimes it's good to spend some family time. I think I gotta go my boy Jade here. I don't think I could pick against Jade here, even though I kind of want to be honest. I think 17 might get the win, but Jade has helped me out so much in the past couple of weeks. I don't think I could pick against him here. I really think that he's got the team, the prep, and everything to put it together. But 17 is not gonna make it easy. 17 has a really good team. Like really good team. So this might be a matchup of the week for me. This might be one of those matches that I'm like, oh my god, like circle on the calendar if someone streams it. I need to see this one. But Jax, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna selfishly pick Jade here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if Jade can 2-0 17, it gives me a better shot to making the playoffs. So that's purely the only reason I'm doing it.
So
I hope
okay.
he wins.
All right, that's good to know. Master ACG, I need a capture card. Yeah, I can send you the link to the $13 Walmart capture card, man. This one's been working for me. No problems yet. Knock on wood that I don't get any in the future either. But guys, that was the end of the stream. Good luck to all competitors. Follow at TPDL12 on Twitter. And guys, I got a stream schedule now. So every Tuesday and Thursday I'm going to be going live 8:30 p.m. Every Tuesday and Thursday you will see me live. Tommy T Days. Any day that starts with T, Tom Hayden is going to stream. I love the fact that it rhymes. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming a lot more often and I'm very excited about that change. Like I've been very much enjoying streaming so far. So thank you everyone who's coming out. We got 8 viewers right now. And yeah, this is the stream schedule for the week. So we got an 8:30 stream tonight. Maybe until around 10 or 11. We got a video dropping on YouTube tomorrow, Wednesday, of the week 5 match versus Weeblewobs. We got the Thursday 8:30 stream. It's gonna start with our high roller match actually. So we got our high roller match, and then we'll play ranked unite after. Maybe I'll play some Super Mario Sunshine, which is one of my favorite games ever. Just hang out with y'all. Friday we got 2 YouTube videos dropping actually. We got the random ranked ladder stream, and then we also have a 6-hour Pokemon Unite box break and ranked ladder video dropping at 10 a.m. So that'll be on YouTube for 6 hours. Like that'll be premiering on YouTube for 6 hours. Saturday we dropped the My Game vs. Behaney on YouTube, and Sunday we got the match live versus Fox. So come out to that stream. And oh, Wednesday we might do a live trade deadline show. So midnight
That'd be
Wednesday.
exciting.
And you know what? Mid 11 p.m. Wednesday. I'm gonna go live with a
As long
trade.
as they're
I might do it no matter what. And then if anyone wants to join, they can. We might just not. We might be looking at no trades whatsoever. But if we have trades, oh, so Andrew's gonna do trades. I think some people are gonna wait for the last minute to do trades. So I think it'll be fun. Even if it's not, I'll just play the ranked ladder or unite or something. So we're gonna have that. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys coming out here all the time. And Jax, this was a fun stream, man. I think that's it for the recap show. I'm gonna end the recording here.
oh, shout out Angelo's
Oh,
Twitch again.
yes. So everyone, shout out Angelo Hunter on Twitch. We gotta go support our guy. He's part of the team. So we got, the Champions
Playing
Pass
a
Draft League.
big match against Joe UX9 today.
Huge match against Joe UX9. I don't know when it's happening, but we gotta go support if we're around. Go be on the lookout for Angelo on Twitch today. I'm not sure when, but again, be on the lookout. Everyone in the Champions Pass Draft League has supported me so much. I feel like it's the least we could do to try to go support him too for a round. If you have the time, go support Angelo today, and let's show him what the CPDL community is. What's his Twitch? At Angelo Hunter. What's it called? He's not live or anything right now, is he? Because then I could raid him, and that would be a
No.
nice way to end the stream. Then Icy Wind and that again, because I should be quicker. No. So let me look up his exact ANGELOHUNTER. Yep, that's it. What I just spelled, Angelo Hunter. And go check him out if you don't already. Shoot him a follow. Yeah, it's in the what's it called? Discord. ANGELOHUNTER. You guys go look it up. I highly recommend doing that, and let's go show him what this community is about. Let's go support him if we're around, and I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so much fun. Wait, what? Oh, Zapdos use protect. All right, so I'm gonna close out of the PowerPoint, save my changes. I'm gonna put my gameplay up here. I'm gonna stop the recording here. Hey, yeah,